Got to use these for now. My other ones are charging. Um, Dang, what's up, y'all? We got 4 y'all in here already. Normally it takes about a minute, but I guess I'll go ahead and get into the purpose of this video. And if you're here right now, I would just encourage you to stick through the video for at least the next 3 minutes, if possible. Um, a lot of y'all may know I'm a deeply introspective person. I'm also what I would call an aggregator of information and life experience, both in my own life and in people's lives around me. And I learn a lot from my environment. I learn a lot from people in my life. I learn a lot from what I expose myself to. I study psychology. I study, man. And when I say study, uh, we're talking like years of just compiled information, right? Um, I test what works and I apply it to my daily life and I discard what doesn't. So I guess I can say this piece of information that I'm gonna share and go into with y'all, like I'm sharing it on that basis. I'm sharing it because it's something that I've studied and sat with for a while. I've applied it for a while, and it proves and has withstood the test of time, which is the difference between what we see today in this new age stuff versus um, what actually is truth. So, on my journey of beginning to learn about some of these principles about life creation, mindset, design, and all that type of stuff, I used to always hear this principle. You got to let go and allow. You got to let go and allow. And I'm just like, man, that's corny. That makes no sense. Like, of course we want what we say we want. Of course I want a better life for myself and my family. Of course I want to have a vision, a goal, a dream that's bigger than me, that'll be here years past, you know, years past my passing. Of course we want that. But when we really sit with it and we really think about it, we come up with so many different excuses as to why we can't get it, or as to why we've got to do or have or receive XYZ first before we can go after it. Right? Are y'all hearing this? We come up with these excuses as to why things have to be in the perfect, have to happen the perfect way. It's got to be the perfect condition before we're actually worthy of it, before we can actually have it. This applies to relationships. This applies to money. This applies to business. This applies to family. This applies literally across the board. And so, man, I had a moment last night, a lot of stuff I talk about, a lot of stuff that I harp on and think about. There was only one other person, and mind you, I had to use these headphones because my wireless ones are charging. And I appreciate y'all for the likes and everybody being here. I had this thought last night. Like, I was sitting in bed at work. Of course, as a firefighter, we basically live at the fire hall for a 24-hour period. And I had this thought, I had this epiphany. Like, we just don't allow ourselves to let go. And I thought about, I was like, man, you know what? This would be a great concept for a book. And I would probably title it Taking Control by Letting Go. And when you want something, yes, desire is good. Now, listen, let me just qualify myself for a minute, because when I first started talking about this stuff, I was still battling the old programming. I was still battling what psychology calls the imposter syndrome. Basically, it's when you put yourself in a state of mindset where you think, how can I talk about these topics and these things when I don't fully embody them, or when I have not taken advantage of some of these principles? I struggle with that. I used to struggle with that. And so I would downplay my confidence in what I knew to be true because of what I've experienced in my life and what I've helped others experience through just giving advice. I've been giving advice since high school, yo. I've been giving advice since high school. I used to give advice to grown, like to parents of children. I used to give advice to people that knew better. And Some of that was because, a parent now that I know wants that competitive edge to have eyes beyond where they could see their children on a daily basis. But I was always really good at giving advice, but terrible at accepting it, or my own advice. So, what do I mean by the top of this video? Taking control. How do we take control by letting go? You have to understand everything that we want, everything that we desire. Let's look at, I break things down to the most basic level so that we can fully understand something in a comprehensive way. Comprehensive means in a total, complete way from beginning to end. If you look at how children manifest, if you look at how children progress and conquer goals and achieve. That's why I say my daughter's my greatest teacher. She's made real some of these principles. Even the Bible says that we have to return to being like children. Children use their imagination beyond any human I've seen, besides maybe Nikola Tesla. Children use Alan Watts. Yes, Alan Watts. Oh, Abdullah as well. Alan Watts, I personally don't have a lot of experience with Alan Watts. To be honest, I feel like I've tried to listen to one or two of his things, and me personally, I don't connect with him. I haven't connected with him, so I don't really listen to a lot of his stuff. But I know that he is a pioneer. I know that he's important to spirituality and I guess New Age thought. But he's just not my cup of tea at this moment. It might be different in the future. But what I mean by taking control by letting go is, we want to actively take control. We want things to happen on our time, on our terms, the way that we want them to happen, when we want them to happen, under the perfect conditions. And when we do that, we're basically saying that our abilities and everything that we do in the conscious physical realm is higher than our intuition. It is more effective than God, Source, the Creator. And I'm not talking in a religious sense. I'm talking in a very real sense. We're communicating that there is no real need for peace, brother. The imagination is the most powerful thing that we give up the older we... That is exactly... Thank you. Man, I almost cried. I almost cried when I realized this. This morning, I thought, man, I am very imaginative, but, it's like a daydream imagination. It's not a generative manifestation imagination, and I had to change that. So, peep this. When we want to control or have or manifest or bring about something that we want, and we do it on the basis of how we want to do it on our own understanding, let's put some things into perspective. The human brain, the world, reality has been here years and years before we have been here. Years and years. Letting go is accepting what is. That's perfect. That's perfect. But accepting what is doesn't mean that that's the final definitive. That's not the final definitive end to your story. Accepting what is being okay with the circumstances that you're in while trusting, letting go for the future that you want, the future that you desire, the outcome that you want. And when you do that, you communicate a level of trust that immediately has you entangled with Source, God, with what it is that you want in life. You trust. Now, here's where the secret is wrong. Here's where people are either the secret is wrong or the secret is interpreted or causes you to interpret it in the wrong way. Trusting is leaning into the intuition that says, hey, make that call. Or the intuition that says, hey, start that business. or the intuition that says, hey, talk to that person or do that thing. When you don't trust in your intuition and you don't trust into a higher power, the higher power that is responsible for bringing you here. Do we understand? Like, I'm an EMT, right? So I had to go to school and understand how the body works. I had to understand that the body is actually super intelligent. There are sympathetic and parasympathetic aspects to how our body works. And when I learned about some of the stuff that's happening right now as we sit, as we speak, we're not responsible for those things happening. Imagine if we had, I used to have these thoughts when I was a teenager. Imagine if we had to be responsible for our actions, how we think, how we speak, but also regulating our temperature, our heartbeat, bodily functions, when we needed to pee, when we needed to poop. Like, think about that. So on that very basis, there's something higher running this ship. And our goal is to be able to lean into that source on a daily basis. So we have to deprogram. And that's where all of this starts. Being able to control by letting go, being able to manifest, being able to love yourself and love others in a real way. We have to deprogram. Deprogram. There's going to be remnants of that program that's going to, thank y'all for the likes, by the way. There's going to be remnants of the program that stay and that stick. But we have to deprogram. So how do we deprogram? So we can get to fully letting go and taking control and trusting. You have to understand just how much of this life and reality was here before you. What I did to deprogram, I first acknowledged where I was at, the condition of my life, and I took into account what I was doing and what I had done in the past. And I asked myself, have my decisions, have my thought patterns and things that I've been through, have they served me up until this point? Am I where I want, need, and desire and deserve to be? No. No. Because every aspect of my life, it doesn't matter what aspect of my life, is affected by a previous decision and a present state. So the goal is to change. Since I can't change, I can imagine and revise the past and how I feel about it, but I cannot actively change the events of the past. I can't. So all I have is the present, which controls the future. I hope this is connecting, because I had this epiphany and I was like, man, I gotta get this out. I gotta share it because I don't have my journal. I don't have my journal on me, and normally I would write this stuff down. And I'm gonna leave this up as long as it takes for me to get to my journal so that I can record this. I heard a great point the other day. The only way to truly find yourself is deprogramming. It is the truth. I look at my daughter and I'm like, yo, everything she knows and loves and understands about herself, it's because of in part what me and her mother instill in her, but also how she interprets her environment. I think we need by continuing learning, and what we find to be not beneficial to us and the people around us, we have to let go. I agree with that. There's some people that can't even let go though. There's people that are, sometimes we get programmed into the thought process that we have to have. Listen, sometimes we get programmed into the thoughts that we have to have a family. We have to have a job because that's just the way things are. No, the way things are, yes, you can accept it, but the way things are don't determine where you're going or what you want in life. And I'm not disagreeing. I'm agreeing with you. I'm just going on a different tangent off of what you said. So deprogramming for me is like literally actively choosing to not forget, but not acknowledge the attitude of faith is let go and become open to truth, whatever it might. Yes, exactly. I like your name, by the way, Abdullah. Neville Goddard learned from a man named Abdullah. Um, so what I'm getting at with all of this, man, is all this life really isn't that hard. What we want in life really isn't that hard. Even despite, it's easy for me to say this, despite where we're at in history and where we're at in just the world and what we're dealing with. This is a different time. And we've got to have tools. We've got to be able to figure this thing out. And so this is why I've decided myself to go in the direction that I've gone with this channel. I've people have told I just looked the other day. You will not believe the amount of people that have unsubscribed. And there was a time where that would bother me to the point to where I wouldn't even post. Even though I'd like double up on those subscribers within the day or the 48 hours, it would make me not want to post. Like, man, I hope I don't do something that somebody, doesn't like. I want to keep people happy, but now I'm in such a place where I see things clearly and I understand where I'm going and what I want to do. And that's been something that has been missing from my life for a little bit now. So I can't be swayed. I just can't. It's a different feeling. It's a different wave. So that's what I wanted to share. This is a 17-minute live video, and I will keep this up for a little bit until I can journal about it and have my stream of consciousness written down in a concrete place. To the 10, 11, 12 of y'all that have been here, I don't know what's up with the algorithm that's got so many people in today. Maybe it's just the recognition that this topic needs to be shared. Maybe it's timing. I don't know. What I do know is that it's algorithm. It's part of the algorithm. But yeah, I'm about to go in here, get this workout in. New video today or tomorrow. Hey, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Yeah, and I enjoy doing it now. I mean, I hope that it's communicated that it used to be a chore to post almost. But now all I want to do is post. All I want to do is post. That's all I want to do. It's almost like an itch that can't be scratched because I feel like I've dealt with so many different blockages within my system that have stifled that creative growth. Even for me, I had the epiphany this morning. What up? What up? I had the epiphany this morning that as a child, as a kid, one of the things that I loved to do was create. I used to draw a lot. I used to tinker and create a whole lot. And I know that's just inherent to being a child, but I used to do it at a deep level. And I did it so much that I got really good at it, drawing, sketches. I had sketchbooks. My parents really leaned into nurturing that side of me. My parents, there's a lot of repressed thoughts when you start to reflect on your childhood that you kind of forget. So my parents really leaned into supporting that side of me. And I remember I feel like life felt so different back then, man. Life felt, you felt more free. And so I decided this morning that I'm gonna connect back with that creative side to me and make that more of a priority in my life. I used to do poetry as a child. I remember writing poetry and showing my dad. We're talking 7 years old, 6, 7 years old, writing poetry. Believe it or not. Truly I tell you, unless you change and become like little children, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven. Facts. Facts. Matthew 18:3. That's facts. But yeah, I used to write poetry at the age of 6. I was 6, 7. And I remember giving poetry to my dad, and my dad would almost cry. I think I've shared this once before. I made this connection as a kid. I was talking about how the rain makes me feel some days. And I said something like, man, I wish I still had it. But it was something like looking out at the rain, inside, insides feel insane. I'm staring through a window. I guess that's why they call it pain. Something like that. Like a window pane. Like it was way better put together than what I just said. But as a 6-year old, like, yo, those are bars. I was connected. I was connected. Uh, yes, it is Veterans Day. I'm actually supporting a veteran right now by hiring him to do something for me. And I'll be meeting him on Saturday. So yeah, man, that's that right there. That's all I wanted to share, man. One of the first steps is learning to let go before we can have control in this life, no matter what the circumstances are. Yes, accepting things as they are. It's a hard thing for people to do because everybody's circumstances are different. Like, it's easy for me to say that because of my position in life and where I'm at. Somebody else it might be easier for somebody with a lot more money to say the same things, but I've been at different levels in life. I've been through the depression stage, anxiety stage, and da 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 da. And the other side, getting on the other side of some of those feelings or some of those states was letting go. That was the beginning, letting go. So, with that being said, I got a workout to get in. I'm going to run in here and get this workout in real quick and get this food made for the day. Man, I got a recipe I'm gonna share with y'all. I went and bought my daughter loves when I make cheesy potatoes, right? Yes, with vegan cheese. What up, Bob? Always good to see you. Bob Dole in the building. So look, I want y'all to check this out. This is a bonus, right? So this is my secret weapon to low calories, high protein, healthy living, right? So check this out. This right here says 25 calories per serving. All right? There are 3 servings in this entire bag. Okay? Oh man, facts. Now there's only there's only 6 grams of protein in this entire bag. But check this out. Just to let y'all see how I'm eating. Check this out. You got this right here. This entire bag is 420 calories. And it's 12 grams of protein. All right. So, what I do is I'll cut this. I'll put them in a pan and I'll stir fry. I'll make fried rice, vegetable fried rice. And what I'll do is I'll take like 3 eggs with egg whites and I'll mix them in that bad boy and I'll stir it up like I'm at a hibachi or something. I'll get it going. I'll put sesame oil on it. I'll put aminos on it. Then I'll put some pepper on it. And then I mix it up. And then I'll take some local honey and I'll drizzle it on top and I'll mix it up. Then when it comes out, I'll put it in a plate and I'll take sriracha. I'll put a little bit on top and I'll mix it up. And I'll put another little dash of honey. Man, when I tell y'all, by the time it's all said and done, the dish itself, oh my gosh, it is. Hey, I might need to make a video of it. But it's for the vegetarians. If you're vegan, you ain't gonna want to watch it. You ain't gonna like it. So don't tune in if you see it. And don't tune in if you see it. All right. So when I do that, man, it ends up being like, oh, okay, done deal. I'll even use my wok. I got a real wok at the house. I ain't cooked with my wok, so it might end up biting me in the butt. But that's the other side of this workout program. Okay. Do it. Done. Yeah, sea moss is good. I got an old bag of sea moss. I need to get some more. But yeah, I'll make it that way. And so if I use this one, it ends up, this is only 75 calories in this entire thing and 15 carbs, right? And then you put a little bit of the, and then I'll put avocado in there as well. You put the egg whites and the egg. Oh man, fats, yeah. I'll put the avocado and egg in there so you get a nice balance of fats. And when I do like 2, 3 eggs, man, that's 18 grams of protein right there, right? I know, like I said, if you're vegan, yeah, you gotta be vegetarian to be on this right here now. Uh, so it ends up being like almost 30 grams of protein and under 300 calories. Under 300 calories in one meal. And so basically, let me just tell y'all how my diet is set up. So what I'm doing is I basically eat that every day. I'll eat that, and then I'll have either overnight oats or a protein shake, and I'll have that. But my protein shake, overnight oats, that'll be like a separate meal because it is a big protein shake. Like I have hemp seeds, I have protein, I have almond butter, I have oats, I got everything I need in there, and then I'll have a salad, some type of salad, chickpea salad, chickpea tuna salad. I mean, some type of salad, and I'll have fruit as well at some point during the day. And that usually gets me right at, if not under my caloric intake for the day. Right now, I'm cruising at about 2,300 calories per day. And if I do nothing, just sitting, living, I burn about 33, 34. So, yeah, that's how I've structured it. That's the that's the wave. That's how it works. So yeah, I'll do a video on that. I will try to shoot that video today. I'm gonna tell y'all what the secret is. I'm gonna tell you what the secret is in the video. I'm not gonna tell you here on the live because I want y'all to watch the video. There's a secret to it. I actually already told you. If you were listening, you understood. But you ever made stir fry at home and be like, man, this does not taste like how they do it. This don't taste the same, right? That's because there's a specific Asian recipe, a specific Asian ingredient that you got to include that takes it. Uh, it I might even do a daggum. Nah, I'm not gonna do that. I might even do a daggum mukbang, man. What if I did a mukbang? Oh my gosh, that'd be different. I did a mukbang while we talked and I cooked, and you got to see it. It'd be so much easier. Oh my gosh, that might be the wave. Maybe I should lean into that intuition. It'd be so much easier to shoot that too. And I could bring y'all in. Y'all could see what I ate, how I eat, and how I work out. Man, let's go. You get to witness it in real time. That's crazy how that works. But all right, let's got a quick little workout to get in. Cardio, legs, back. So I'm going to go bust it out the frame right now. For everybody that's tuned in that has been here, I appreciate you for lending me your ears and your time. Love your energy, bro. Priest. Oh, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Likewise, I love what you brought to the conversation. It was very helpful. Doing some hoisin sauce, ain't you? No, actually, I'm not. I should, baby, but I'm not doing hoisin sauce. I'm doing something different. See, that's the thing with cooking. That's the other thing with cooking. I want to try to keep my oils low because those are hidden calories, man. Them calories will compile and they'll get you caught up. But yeah, all right. I appreciate y'all. Until next time, man. Stay rooted in your true identity, man. We're gonna figure this thing out. I just appreciate y'all for being here and just listening, man. It's a new wave. 2022. It's going to be a different season. It's going to be a different season. All right, y'all take care.